Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss what is the importance of a human resource management and what is human resource management. Okay, so let us discuss about the human resource management. It is also a very important function of management. Okay, it is to be said as a very important and very necessary part of management, and it comes into organizing function. As we discussed, there are four functions of the management: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So it comes in a planning section, yes, or organizing section. Okay, organizing function, and it is very crucial part of organizing function, because you know in HRM, in human resource management, you involve in certain activities. Okay, you involve in activities of selection, recruitment or selection. It means you have to decide which person is to be included in your employment team, in your employees team, or in your organization as an employee. Because so you have to carry out a process of recruitment and selection. In recruitment and selection, you advertise for new posts, and then you invite the applications, you scrutinize those applications, then you submit a formal list of the enable or the eligible candidates, and then you call them for written test. So further you are going to shorten those applicants, and then written test, you conduct a different type of other tests as well, and then you conduct interviews. Okay, and then you take a final decision of appointing a person, and when a person becomes an employee from a candidate. Okay, so when you are going to suppose to select employees, because you are following a principle, that is to select the right person for the right job. Okay, so you know that in organizational function we have also to decide uh, that we have to put a right person at right place. Okay, so in order to support this motto of the organizing function, you have to carry out human resource management function in order to select right person for the right job, and you also engage in function of the training. So training is also supposed to make the person you who have selected, to provide that person requisite skills in and attitude and the behaviors in order to work fully, so that that person also fulfills the criteria of being the right person for that job. Okay, so if you find any deficiency in terms of certain skills which are required for carrying out a particular job, then you have to fulfill those deficiencies by providing necessary trainings and support through the training mechanism. Then you also need to carry out your certain procedures in order to know whether the people are working as per the standards or not, whether their performance is at as per the standards or not. So you also carry out the performance appraisal function. Okay? So this is how you have to manage the people. This is how you have to support the people. Okay, so again, we would say that this is the necessary part of organizing function. Okay, the human resource management. So it is also a strategic tool. How the HRM will be used as a strategic tool, because HRM helps organizations to establish the sustainable and competitive advantage. You know how your products would be different, how your organization would be different from other organizations, how you will be able to outperform your competitors, because you are working in you are not working in vacuum. You are also working in an environment which is surrounded by the people who are working in a similar field. They are competing, they are in a hurry, they are in a position, they are in a try to grab your more resources from you. They are in a try to grab your market share from you. So how would you do, how can they do that? Because they can do it by providing more quality products, they by providing more quality services, by providing new and new technologies. Okay, but out of these situations, the various parameters on which the competition lies, the major thing is your human resource. Okay? Because your human resource are the people who have to turn your organization more competitive. You have they are the people who have to define the image of your organization, the reputation of your organization. So in that way, you are developing your human resources so that they become how very much competitive, and they are adding certain value to your firm. Okay, how they can add the value to the firm? Because of high performance work practices which are being used in your organization. They can be developed through developing your people at individual level, at group level, and that will also be increasing your performance in the organization performance. Okay, so let us discuss very briefly what is the human resource management process. Okay, so human resource management process contains certain activities which are interconnected with each other. As we discussed earlier, it also starts from the recruitment and selection. But although there are three major, this process can be defined into three major categories. Firstly, to identify and select the competent employees, and then to provide employees with up-to-date skills and knowledge, then retain a competent and high-performance employees. Because you have to firstly select the people, right person for the right job. Then you have to make him update. Because once the person is right for a job, being in a current position, when the current, this requirements, the skill requirement is also changing because of the industry requirements, because of your job requirements are also changing. So the way you were supposed to do the work which you are supposed to do even 2 years ago, you cannot go ahead with those similar behaviors and attitudes and your technologies today, because the environment has changed, the work environment has been changed, huh? So you know that we had been meeting in classrooms and teaching and learning the classroom. Now we are using certain gadgets and we are communicating through these technologies. Okay, so it means the environment is changing, it is dynamic, it is not static. Okay, your skills which are very much required for this time period may become obsolete for a future time period. So what would you do? You have to update your knowledge. What you have to do? You have to update your knowledge. You have to keep on updating your knowledge. You have to improve your skills, and you have to learn new skills. So you can do it by training, by getting the training, by giving your employees the trainings. Then as an organization manager, what you have to do when you have highly qualified people, you know that your organization is not the only organization, is the only workplace for them. There are many people who are in such of certain, there are many organizations who are in such of the people like those who are employed in your organization. If you are not maintaining their satisfaction level, if you are not providing the benefits which are more competitive and more better than those are being provided by your competitors, then those people may leave your organization and join their organization, and that will be very catastrophic for you. So what you have to do? You have to provide them more benefits, the compensation. Sometimes you have to evaluate. Sometimes you have selected the people, you have given them the training, but those people are not working well because they are just wasting your time. So you have to manage their performance. Okay. Sometimes you have a very good people and they have a capacity to be more good, huh? to be more better, to be based, to be very much competitive. So you have to develop their careers. You have to guide them how to improve on organizational ladder. So this is the process which is divided into three major categories. First category is identifying and selecting the competent employees, in which you start from the recruit planning. Start from the planning, and planning is a phase when you want to know how much people are required for your job and how much people are already held, already at present in the organization. If human resource requirement is greater than the level of the people who are who are at your payroll, it means you are in deficiency. So you will go for the recruitment. If people are no more required, people are more available to you than required, then you go for the de-recruitment. It means you have to lay off them. Okay, but if you are going to plan the recruitment, it is a process of inviting the applications and creating a candidate pool of the candidates. Then you undertake certain written test and interview. That is called a selection process. So after this process, recruitment and selection, you may transform a candidate into an employee. Then you provide the trainings. So certain people who you hire are already qualified for their job. You just give them the orientation how you work over there. Say for example, you have hired a highly professional person who is already competent, the engineer, the doctor. Okay, so you don't require to give the training for the basic skills because he already have certain skills, but you have to tell them about the history and the policies of the organization and what what are the requirements over here, what are the scheduling over here, how he have to report and whom he have to report. So you have to give them just like the orientation. Then certain employees need a certain training. Say for example, although they have the skills required for the job, but you are working on a very different technology. So their technology is different from what they already have. So you give them the training, and you have the different new projects. Okay, so you have to give them the training on the soft skills and the hard skills. Okay, so that is making the people up to date. Then performance management is an yearly or monthly process in which you have to evaluate the employee's performance with a certain standard which you have made them. Okay, if the standards are met and that employee is working well, and if those standards are not met, you give them the feedback, because you may send them for the training, or you may give any other appropriate decision. Compensation and benefit is the process in which you have to maintain the salaries and benefits of the employees in the organization. How much salary must people may receive, how much compensation he may receive, how much commission he or she may receive. Okay, so career development is a process by preparing the people for the promotion. So this is the human resource management process. We have very much swiftly discussed it, and we will be discussing it in detail very soon.